Hello there everyone, it's time for some more books. We've got science fiction and fantasy today from a recent book haul that I had. It was a few weeks ago now, but I've only just opened the box. So I've decided to split it in half because we've got 16 books in the box. So I'm going to do 8 today and then 8 whenever. So let's crack on. Before we begin, I've got my satanic candle there as usual. It's really interesting. We've got this red glow going over the top. I have no idea why. It may actually be an evil candle. And today I'm drinking Heineken. Just a bit of Heineken. Heineken Lager. 5% ABV. Okay, without further messing about, here's the first one. Right, so this is Michael Moorcocks, the King of the Swords. It's the third book of the Quorum. So I believe on the last one, or one before last, we had another book of this nature, or part of this series. So these are from a private seller from eBay. I went to the same seller again, so I've bought around 30 books from them now. So I think what they've done is they've split their collection up and they've just parcelled it out. So this is another of that collection. Very interesting cover actually. I quite like it. The colours are really nice. I'll show it in greater detail a bit later with the book scan. But we've got someone with no face about to garrote well, this is like a temple in the shape of a young lady with her titties out. Down here we've got a severed hand with an eyeball in it and a dagger. Lovely. Quite a nice cover. Spine, it's been read. There's some concavity to it, so it's been read and it's slightly creased, but that's all right. Okay, I'm not going to. I don't read the blurbs of series, so this is the third and final volume of the Books of the Quorum. Okay, so that's a trilogy. That's not too bad. In the UK, it was 30 pence. So yes, I think maybe late 70s. Yeah, maybe. Let's have a little look inside. Okay, nothing there. Nothing handwritten or anything of that nature. Okay, yes, we've confirmed the suspicions. This is a 1972 print. This may be when it came out. This may be a first edition, perhaps, in a paperback form. It's in good condition, actually. In fact, all of the books I've got from this seller have been in very good condition. In fact, so good that there's absolutely no handwriting or anything within it. Oh, hello. Oh. Okay, we've got the back page parting company. The rest of it seems all right, actually. So it's just the very last page. Okay, that's all right. Okay. I might read. Has anyone read any Michael Moorcock? I've never read a book by him before, although I know he's very famous in the fantasy arena. I don't know if he did any science fiction. Can you tell me anything about him? Have you read anything that you think I might like to read myself? Yeah. Okay, right, I'm going to have a sniff. Let's get in here. Ooh. Oh, ho, ho. Yeah, first note is milk. And wood. Milk and wood. What a combo. Okay, next. Okay, I haven't put these in any particular order. It's quite random, so we've got another Michael Moorcock. There's probably a dirty joke you can do here with this name, but I won't stoop that low. Another quite fine cover, I would say. Don't know what's going on here. Very stylized. Some kind of griffin or dragon or something cavorting about a dagger that's been plunged into what might be a range of mountains. Okay, so The Sword of the Dawn, the third volume in the history of the rune staff. Yeah, so we had a rune staff last time, if I remember, in the other book haul. So this is part of that series. Very nice cover, I like it. Good condition. Spine again, concave, and it's a bit creased, but that's all right. Okay, yeah, I won't read that again. Again, 30 pence, so early 70s by reckoning of the last one, perhaps purchased by the same person at the same time. Who knows? Let's have a look. Interestingly, I'm just looking at other books by the same author, of course, here. The Jewel in the Skull. I've got a feeling that Rodney Matthews did an illustration of that. I'll try and find that and put it up if I can find it. That's the only reason I know about Michael Moorcock is the work of Rodney Matthews, the illustrator. I think I've talked about that before. So originally this was published in '68, but yes, we've got another 1972 edition, perhaps purchased at the same day. One would hope on the same day indeed. Wonder what... yeah, I think this is all from one collector, these books. No back matter here. But it's in better condition than the other. The pages are all staying put. Okay. Yeah, has anyone read the Runestaff, History of the Runestaff series? It does sound very fantasy, doesn't it, when you're getting into Runestaff territory? Okay, I'm going to sniff this one. You can have a look at the cover. Okay, here we go. Oh, very similar to the other one. There isn't milk in this one, though. But we got wood. Oh, yes, we got wood. Not literally. Clean my palate. Okay, next. I've just spied it down here, and it's a veritable beauty. Check this one out. Look at that beauty. So this is an Isaac Asimov book, and The Martian Way. I'm wondering whether this is a standalone novel. Yeah, so we'll read the blurb of this one. Wonderful illustration on the front. I absolutely love that. Again, we're playing with complementary colours here. So red and green go together like peaches and cream. It's quite a lovely combination. It looks Fossian to me, Chris Foss. Doesn't say. Might say inside. We'll have a look in a minute. But isn't that wonderful? So it's some kind of asteroid belt, perhaps, and perhaps something in the process of mining. I don't know. We've got strange kind of craft there. Slight crease there, but nothing to worry about. This is a Panther publication here through Panther. Spine is pretty nice actually, but some foxing on the edges. Okay, 35p, so early 70s in the UK. I'm going to read this if you don't mind. Okay, a 4-star package from the foremost modern master of science fiction. A 4-star package? What a strange way of putting it. Okay, The Martian Way. When Earth cuts off the Martian colony's water supply, it looks like the end, until someone has a bright idea about the rings of Saturn. Youth. 2 kids on an alien planet keep 2 lost Earth spacemen as pets. Okay, so these are short stories. I had a feeling there might be. The Deep. Roy, an extraterrestrial scout, is disgusted by what he learns of Earth's biology. Suckerbait. The lethal force of a killer planet baffles a crew of top scientists until a despised youngster from the mnemonic service remembers an old 20th century report. Okay, so 4 novellas in this little book. Very nice condition. I don't think it's been read, personally. There we are. Yeah, it looks pretty good to me. Let's have a look inside. Oh dear. Okay, we come across this occasionally. The glue's coming away from the old spine. A little blob of glue in there may fix that. The Martian Way. Hello. Original copyright of 55 by the looks of it. This is a 1974 edition. So inflation has taken hold. In 2 years it's gone up by 5p, although this is a different book of course to the last ones. Okay, nothing handwritten, no hidden treasure. That's one thing I would say about the books that I've been getting from this seller. They're all in very pristine condition, nothing going on at all, and nothing added to them, which I quite like normally. Again, yeah, it's coming away here. The glue's gone brittle. Even looks like a page might have been here and it's been removed. Perhaps. Okay, but yeah, I'm quite happy with that. It's a nice looking book. But you know what comes next, don't you? Let's get in there. You can have a look at the cover in more detail. Oh. Ooh. Oh. I tell you what, I think it might be a pine cone. No, it's not a pine cone. It's not a pine cone. It's wood. Okay, almost a carbon copy of the last two. Anyway, let's get on. Now look at this beauty. Okay, so on the last book haul, I told you all that I'm starting to collect these Edgar Rice Burroughs Venus books. I wonder why. But here's another fine example. This was in this collection, and I think it was on the strength of this book that I just went and had a punt and just got the rest of the books that came with it. But this is, yeah, a very fine looking book indeed. Very nice condition. Okay, we've got another young lady on the front. Nipples only just covered by this strange metallic collar. But otherwise, I have no idea what she's doing. In the background, we've got a series of the standard disc-shaped UFO cavorting in the background. This is number 4 in the series. I think the last one I had with that kind of skeletal robot figure, I think that was the last one in the series. Yeah. New English Library Edition. Spine is nicely marked here, so it's been read, at least up to the halfway point. Lovely. Okay, and we've got the usual back cover that comes with these New English Library editions. We have another one that we can see in the background, which I've got, I think, haven't I? Yeah, I've got that one. UK 40 pence. So you know what that means. We're tiptoeing towards the end of the 70s, I think. Okay, let's have a look inside. Again, nothing there. Hello. Pages coming away very easily. Oh dear. Okay, it says here 72, so this is 1972. It's a bit more expensive for that year, judging by the Michael Moorcock books. But of course, there's always a discrepancy between different publishers. They don't sell them for the same price, do they? Okay, yeah, nothing hidden inside. What a shame. Okay, anyway, let's get into it. You can have a look at the cover, you dirty fellows. Right, here we go. Ah, right, okay. Right, this is different. Milk. Oh, oh no. Wet wood. It's a derivation of the wood scent, but yeah, it's slightly damp. It could even be a pine cone, for all I know. But there we are. Oh, it's very work this. Look at this. I can't see it quite so well now, but definitely a demonic halo over the top of the candle. Next. Oh, hello there. We've got a lovely little beauty here. Look at this one. Okay, this is a Mission to the Stars, and it's A. van Vogt. Vogt? Okay, someone corrected my pronunciation. I've already forgotten it. I think it's Vogt. Vogt, yeah, Vogt. Vogt. Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely illustration there. Again, I'm thinking Foss. Did I find out if the other one was Foss? I don't think it was there on that. Let's have a quick look. This one. It doesn't say. That's a shame. I would say Foss. And again, Foss, I would say. It doesn't say. Doesn't say. What do you think? Anyone know who this cover's by? But we have the standard Fossian kind of lumbering brute of a spaceship. He always favours these patches of colour, stripes and whatnot, but very distinctive, and it's creating a damn lot of pollution beneath it, and there's some kind of battle going on in the background. And a bloody great star in the background as well. Mission to the Stars, of course. Okay, very nice condition. We've got a slight something or other here. Looks like it's been bitten, maybe, by a hungry book reader. Look at this. Look at this. The spine lettering is way off to the top. I hate seeing that. I hate seeing that. It could even be a reject copy. It doesn't look as though it's been read, personally. I don't think so. Got a slight stain here, perhaps from the lips of the person that's tried to eat the book. What have we got here? 60 pence, so late 70s. I'm going to go for late 70s. Right, so I'm going to read this blurb, I think. Okay, so I still haven't read anything by this. Have I? Actually, I'm reading one now. But that'll be, I'll tell you about that another time, because I will review it. But anyway, here we go. Star Voyage. In the far distant future, the spaceship Star Cluster is searching for certain inhabited planets lost somewhere in the teeming wilderness of outer space. The inhabitants of these planets know the ship is searching for them, but they refuse to reveal their location. Why don't these people want to be found? What is their secret? Discover the astounding answers as you read this gripping classic tale of interstellar adventure by A.E. van Vogt, one of the all-time great names in adventurous science fiction. Okay, so the one I'm reading at the moment is The Winged Men, or The Winged Man, The Winged Man. Not sure how I feel about it at the moment. I've almost finished it, but there we are. Okay, so these original copyrights are misleading. So it says 1952. I don't think this would have been published that early, but perhaps it was. Anyway, this is 1976. So yeah, later half of the 70s. Nothing going on inside. Yeah, I don't think this one's been read personally. I thought I saw something. Yeah, look at that. A little blue dot. What the hell's that about? What the hell? But other than that, it all appears to be tickety-boo. Okay, have a closer look at the cover and I'm going to dive in. This is a virgin book, it's never been read. So it could be just stock. Oh, hello. No, this is different. This is different. Oh. Oh, this, a wet towel. Definitely slightly fecal, which is unusual because I don't think it's been read. But it's got a kind of a biomass smell about it, bacterial, probably semi-lethal. Okay, it's another little sip. Now, as we get to this little juncture, I'd just like to ask if anyone actually watches this all the way through, or do you just dip in and out? So if you're listening to me now, you're watching it in the long haul, I imagine. Do you like watching them? I mean, I quite like making them, but I don't know if anyone really watches them, really. But anyway, here's the next one. Oh, look at this. Look at this beauty. Right, this is one by Poul Anderson. I still haven't read anything by him, but I've got quite a few of his now, so I'm going to dip into these at some point. This one's called Mirkheim. Now we can see automatically that this is by a different artist, I would say. It's going for this a similar kind of aesthetic to the spaceships with these kind of patterns on them, but I would say it's a different artist personally, but who knows. Yeah, there's a slightly different style at work. Very nice illustration though, I quite like that. God knows what's going on, just a bloody load of these bloody red things, red ships. This spine has been read, yes, we've got a concavity there, quite a nice groove. Dust gutter, shall we say. Yes, lovely. Okay, I'm going to read this one if you don't mind. So, the doomed planet. The gigantic planet of Mirkheim was gone, blasted and vaporized by a supernova, but its core had survived the Holocaust. and now transmuted, it was the only source of certain vital supermetals. David Falcane, agent and troubleshooter for the powerful Pulsotechnic League, governors of the Terran Empire had plans for Mirkheim, but the Barbarites, an unscrupulous alien race, were one step ahead of him and had claimed the priceless minerals as their own. The conflict could mean only one thing: war on a titanic scale, unless Falcane could turn the tide and negotiate a peaceful agreement. But with the Barbarites, that was a near impossible task. Of course. I love these kind of hyperbolic blurbs of some of these older books. You can see there I'm having difficulty pronouncing some of these strange, like Pulsotechnic, whatever the hell that is. That's a remnant of my poor reading skills as a child. I still have difficulty pronouncing words that are completely made up, but perhaps everyone has that difficulty. Look at this. In the parchment here we have a trapped fibre. I love seeing these little fibres trapped within this kind of cheap pulpy paper. One imagines what this little errant thing is. I don't think it's a fossilized pube or anything like that. I think it's part of something that was living at one time and then is forever immortalized within the pages of this book, or at least until it's pulped. I shall be keeping it probably until I die, whenever that may be. This is the late 70s, 1978 this one, and is dedicated to Jerry Pournell, whoever that is. Okay, what have we got here? There's nothing going on inside of note, but someone's fingers have passed through this book on their journey through to the end, so we may have a scent within here that's unlike the others. Let's hope so. Okay, take a gander at the cover in more detail, and I'm going in so that you don't have to. Come on. Oof. Creosote. 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 And a tiny bit of wood. Oh. Okay, nothing too exotic there, unfortunately. 2 left. Okay. This one is Pohl and Kornbluth. Wolfbane. Is that Frederick Pohl, maybe? Never heard of Kornbluth. Now, this illustration reminds me of a H.R. Geiger painting. I'll try and find it. I've got it in one of my books. It's gone straight into my head. Just this little bit here. This whatever's going on. It looks like it looks slightly dodgy. I mean, he's opening an egg by the looks of it, but it's reminding me of the H.R. Geiger image that is slightly naughty. I'll try and find a picture of it and stick it on here. Okay, Wolfbane. So we've got an astronaut, I assume, a very strange one. It looks like it's been made from fused pinballs. It's free. You can stick your fingers in there and roll his head or something. And he's breaking apart an empty egg. Down here we've got a kind of frozen tundra. It looks like a penguin edition, is it? I don't know. Maybe it's got a penguin on it. The spine is pretty good. I don't know if that's been read. Oh, and the illustration goes around to the other side as well. Isn't that nice? Let's see if we can get the full spread without breaking the fucker. I mean bugger. Yeah, it's lovely. I'm going to read this, if you don't mind. Cover illustration by Brian Chesterman. 75 pence in the UK. The Earth itself is a prisoner in the old dungeons of deepest space. The human race barely survives beneath the pale artificial sun that is now its only source of heat and light and life. One man still fights the awful domination of the pyramids. A fugitive escaped from execution. A dead man with a living super brain. In a wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay, sorry, I'm butchering these readings. Interesting. So, yeah, the sun is flagging perhaps, and it's turned Earth into this frozen bastard of a place. It is a Penguin edition. Okay, right, so this is a 1979 print, so this is the year I was born. Isn't that strange? Do you ever encounter old books that were published when you were born? So somewhere in the world, when I was popping out of my mother, so to speak, this book was being put on a shelf and someone was buying it. Isn't that amazing? Well, I think it is. Okay, nothing untoward inside, no back matter, but it's in very good condition. Again, I'm not sure if this has been read. Okay, right, let's have a little smell of this. Yes, okay, here we go. It's very similar to the others, but it's not wet wood, it's wet leaf. Wet leaf, we've had that before, I think. I mean, discriminating by very small margins here. They all smell, to the untrained nose, they probably all smell the same. Perhaps they do. Perhaps I'm imagining it. Or not. No, I'm not. Okay, look at this. We've got one more Moorcock. Just when you were hoping for more cock, there's more cock right at the bottom of the pile. Okay, so this is a book by Michael Moorcock, The Shores of Death. Now this could be a standalone, perhaps. I know a lot of the ones I've got, they're all part of the series. This looks reminds me of, what is it, the Fantastic Four. It was one of them that's made of rock, isn't it? It looks a little bit like that. Yeah, I don't mind the cover. I don't know. Mildly cretinous, I would say. Being slightly cruel there. Moorcock, yeah. Okay, so got some sun damage there, I would say. I think this should be a slightly more vibrant colour. Yeah, like this, a bit more red. So we've got some sun damage there. The spine, though, is perfect. I don't think it's been read. Okay, I might read this because I don't normally read the Moorcock blurbs. Okay, here we go. The last one. Earth's last dark age. With Earth teetering on the brink of extinction, only one man dares to defy the legacy of the space raiders. Clovis Marker, the Twilight Man. Okay, this is science fiction. Long ago Earth, now fixed on her axis, with eternal day on one side, eternal night on the other, and a ribbon of twilight in between, was ravaged by galactic raiders. Earthlings recovered, grew stronger, but now, unable to reproduce, the last humans are frenzied with final decadence and fear. Only Clovis Marker, the last man born on Earth, dares to brave infected space to seek the impossible solution. His dark quest leads him to face or land Jarvis, the scientist whose insane experiments on his own mind and body might just save the human race. But would that race then be more or less human? Good question. I've read, what is it, Hot House by, I can't remember his name. Was that by Poul? Frederick Pohl? I don't know. Maybe. Hot House, that was about Earth in the distant future where it stopped rotating, so it's kind of locked, gravitationally locked to the sun. So one side is tropical, the other side is, too cold and dead. And then you've got that strange twilight in between. Interesting. I quite like that book, so yeah. Dying Earth, I suppose that genre's known as, perhaps. Okay, 1966, but this is a 74 edition. Okay. Again, pristine inside, absolutely unblemished in any way. Yeah, nothing going on in there. Okay. Okay, right. Last little gander at a cover, and I'm going to sniff the devil out of this one. Oh my goodness. I'm getting it straight off the bat. I don't even need to stick my nose in this one. This is the disinfectant that's used in schools, or specifically primary schools. This brought that back straight away. I remember that smell from primary school. When we dive deeper though, we've got wood. Oh, I didn't want to disappoint you there. Yeah, we've got a bit more wood. Let's leave it there. Apologies, there were no bells, church bells today because it's the next day. I couldn't do it yesterday because I had a headache. But if you're lucky, I may have put like a crackling fire in the background or something. I don't have a fire here. We only have these terrible storage heaters that suck the living death out of us in terms of money. But we can imagine that I'm perhaps burning some crap books in the background. Yeah, let's say we're doing that. Okay, so there we are. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll be back next week with a book review. Yeah, let's leave it there. Thanks again, and cheerio!